Bitcoin is designed to do one thing: kill central banks. It's hard-coded in the Genesis block, this very reference. It's designed elegantly to kill central banks. When central banks are killed, global energy usage goes from 160,000 terawatt hours, cut by 3/4. Okay? I'll say it again. 160,000 terawatt hours used right now on planet Earth gets cut by 3/4 once you kill the central banks. No other coin, no fiat, not even gold, can do this. So by putting energy and attention into an altcoin, you're delaying that Bitcoin epiphany, the Bitcoin singularity. And think, when I see all the things that are happening around the world, it's become a violent world. Remember, Bitcoin monetizes peace. Fiat money monetizes hate and war. So this guy's literally put his thumb into the path of peace because he's an egomaniacal guy who self-admittedly is on the spectrum and has a very kind of aggressive stage mother who's constantly putting him out there. He's got mommy issues. And as a result, there's a lot of problems. A lot of problems he's getting in the way of solving with this egomaniacal guy. It's sad. It's very, very sad.
So apparently he's got a lot of these ZEV credits. Remember, I told you zero re-emission vehicles. And that's the one that Fiat Chrysler is no longer going to be buying because they now have their own electric vehicle and are selling well. So that market is over. Apparently it's crashing, and it's operated by California, but 9 other states as well. And so he has these bags on his balance sheet of Tesla. They have about $2 billion worth. And again, just Google that, look it up. There's some articles about how those might actually be worthless now. So he's got $2 billion worth of these, government issued shit coins, essentially. Because
right, it is a shit coin. That's where I learned about shit coins, is government issued derivatives in the carbon credit market, shit coins, so that's exactly what's going on. But he doesn't understand Bitcoin. He doesn't understand markets. He doesn't understand price discovery, and he's become a real liability for the potential for human survival as a species. I mean, I realize he's trying to get to Mars because probably subconsciously he realizes he's enabling the destruction of planet Earth and the survivability of humans, and he wants to get to Mars somehow with his mom. They're going to recreate a new civilization, those two. Think about that. Wow, what a disaster that would be.
And and again, he tweeted, working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising. Of course, there are no Doge devs.
There are no Doge devs.
But that's what you can see as well. His milieu is carbon credits, shit coins issued by the government to obfuscate the fact that basically taxpayers are funding his $1 billion lifestyle. But also that these schemes like the Fed, all of these command and control systems, like these command and control single point of failure coins, that they don't actually know what they're doing. Like the same thing could be said of the Fed. We got some Doge devs, we've got some dollar devs that are going to go fix the supply and sort out this economic catastrophe.
Right, well, that's exactly what they say. They say, we're going to create quantitative easing. I mean, which is the equivalent of, we're going to hire more devs to come in here and put a scheme together called quantitative easing. It's debt monetization, which is the recipe for disaster, has been for 100 years, but we're going to call it something different. We're going to call carbon credit something different. We're going to call social responsible investing something different. We're going to just keep redoing the same mistake, doubling down, tripling down, print, war, violence, social unrest, poverty, inflation, starvation, deprivation, opiate overdose, fiat money printing. You're doing it, central banks. You're doing it, central banks. You're doing it, central banks. You're the genocidal maniac. Bitcoin kills central banks. That's what it's designed for. It's in the Genesis block. Elon Musk is getting in the way of the Bitcoin singularity. And it's really sad because the amount that he's delaying the singularity is causing human suffering on an unparalleled scale. This guy is a massive liability at this point.
Another thing that happens when, these altcoins, let's call them altcoins so as not to upset the algorithm of YouTube, or poo coins, let's call it all these poo coins. One thing they always do to pretend they're fair, because remember what it's been happening especially since 2008, but it really started earlier, that if this injustice of the economic system, the monetary system, right, is the Cantillon effect. And the fact that people have been noticing this and commenting on it, and the unrest is starting, what do? They started airdropping US dollars to most Americans, right? We're being airdropped money to obfuscate from the fact of the illegitimacy of the system, and to restore faith in it. And that usually, when a poo coin does that, it kind of bumps a little bit, and everybody's like, yeah, and then everybody dumps. Well, Stan Druckenmiller was on CNBC this week, and he said a lot. I mean, there's a lot to talk about there, but he did say 5 years ago, I said crypto was a solution in search of a problem. Well, now the problem has been clearly identified. It's Jerome Powell and the rest of the world's central bankers. There's a lack of trust. Don't trust, verify, of course, right? And that's he basically is pointing to Bitcoin as the possible solution to this. It is the solution, and he's recognizing that more and more. We're watching him be orange-pilled. He mentions that he used to be a bond vigilante, but the bond vigilantes have been killed because of the Fed intervening in the markets, just like Ethereum is a good one to look at in terms of constant intervention in the market, and forking and changing, and the algorithm, and just capricious nature of who they decide to bail out, who, what thefts get saved, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. Well, he's providing cover for every scammer in the world.
Elon Musk?
Yeah. Which is really sad, because we're on the cusp of the singularity, and we're on the cusp of peace breaking out. And here's this egomaniacal psychopath who wants to come in at the last minute and do his little fandango dance, and then look at me, look at me, look at me. I mean, he makes Peter Schiff look, emotionally stable by comparison. Really. I mean, he makes. Look, look, we just got this, by the way. These are the.
It's a Bitcoin grenade.
It's a Bitcoin grenade. It got two
Bitcoin
colors.
is the meteor. Or is that an asteroid? No, I think it would be a meteor. That's the grenade.
That's the grenade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloaks, crypto cloaks, I think it's called.
Crypto Cloaks sent that over. So we've got some Bitcoin grenades. That's the thing that's going to rip apart the system, as they're the dinosaurs living on fossil fuels and an absence of innovation, by the way. I mean, look at the fact that there were electric cars already 100 years ago, and instead they decided to, because of command and control intervention in the economy, they decided to go with gasoline powered cars and spew all their carbon emissions, and to get to Walmart to buy some goods shipped in across the oceans from China. So, I mean, the entire fiat system incentivizes just waste, right? It's almost all waste.
Right. Of that 160,000 terawatt hours per year in energy, 60% is wasted.
Yeah.
60% is wasted. Okay. So having carbon credits is a bailout for Elon Musk, and it doesn't address this problem whatsoever. Replacing central banks, because that energy is driven by fiat money in the petrodollar, as we've explained over and over again. And by replacing central banks, you are going to drop global energy usage by 3/4. Okay, that's how you get a species-saving reduction in carbon, is with Bitcoin. It's the only way. It's designed to do that. It's at $1 trillion in market cap. It needs to get to 10, 20, 30 trillion. And, guys like Elon Musk, it's so sad. He's like the devil. I mean, I hate to be so, put it in such stark terms, but he's literally Lucifer at this point, coming down at the last minute to stop humanity from getting this species-saving, central bank killing, hardest money ever invented, distributed, and getting the market cap to $10 trillion. It's really, really sad. And there's his mom with the pitchfork. Come on, Elon, get on stage, do it for me. And whatever those two get on with, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it.
Well,